Hey guys, it's churches, graveyards and graves, and we are near St Modwen's but not in St Modwen's. So I can assume that these wonderful graves that I'm about to show you actually came from St Modwen's, but they've now laid them out in like this memorial garden. So we're just at the side of St Modwen's in Burton-upon-Trent at the moment. But there's a couple of graves here that I really want to show you. In actual fact, I'm not going to tell you much about them because I'm just going to read them out to you because their stories speak for themselves. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Thomas. So here's my first introduction. Here we go. So this is the grave of Thomas Stokes, and I brought you to this because it's one of the most interesting story graves that I've ever really come across. So I guess this is like an effigy of him, and I'm just going to read out what it says. It's a bit buried, so you know, bear with me a bit, but it's really interesting, this story about him. So they've obviously, when they put this grave in, decided to describe his character as well. So it says, was raised by the subscription to the memory of Thomas Stokes. So that tells you that he probably wasn't a particularly wealthy person, and so probably couldn't afford his own grave, his own family grave. It says here, an eccentric but much respected deaf and dumb man, better known by the name of Dumb Tom. Well, I don't think we'd dare say that nowadays, would we? But he was known as Dumb Tom. But you can see he was much respected, who departed this life February the 25th, 1837, aged 54 years. And then they've written a little epitaph about him. And it says this: what man can pause and charge this senseless dust with fraud or subtlety or aught unjust? How few can conscientiously declare their acts have been as honourably fair? No gilded bait, no heart ensnaring mood could bribe poor Stokes to one dishonest, and then it's slightly missed. I think it's dishonest about his dishonesty. He wasn't going to be inclined to it. In attachment, his friends. So what it is telling you is that he may have been called Dumb Tom, but he was well respected. He wasn't a money grabber. He wasn't unjust. You know, he couldn't be bribed. He was obviously a really lovely person. And that is just an amazing grave to see. So they obviously really respected him. And he was obviously just someone who just brought so much joy to this area at that time. So I hope you enjoyed seeing that grave about Dumb Tom. He died at 54, so I guess he might have had a few other like health issues. He wasn't particularly old when he died. But that grave is just an absolute testament to his kind of character, really, and how they saw people back in the 19th century. You know, they might have said names like Dumb Tom, but you know, they really loved that guy, and they obviously paid for this wonderful grave for him as well. And you know, it's just so great to see that you know, there was still that amazing sense of like connection and vulnerability there, wasn't there? You know, when they were talking about him. So that's just an amazing grave. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing that about Tom and about his life. And yeah, and if you like my videos, please like and share them. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok. So you know, please make any comments that you feel. And yeah, it's just fantastic. It's a lovely sunny day, and I've still got my dog here. See you soon, guys. Bye.